But it's good because Gact is playing to the strengths of it being mostly a flat stage, and he basically also has the side platforms for additional escape options. And not to spoil too much about this set, because if you want to watch a little bit of it later, we can. But it goes down to the absolute fucking wire. But Gact wins. Gact actually wins on this stage in this matchup, and it goes actually I think game 5, and I think Gact actually wins. Hollow Bastion, another pretty good stage to go to, I'd say here. I don't know how Gact clutches this. But Hollow Bastion, good. Town is where Chag went. Maybe it's a little bit better. No, this is also a Gact win as well. It was on Town.
That's crazy. Like, the stages that Gact wins are the stages that, like, I would not even think about counting Palu to.
What's up, guys? Just wanted to drop in real quick to let you know that all of these coaching sessions are streamed live on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/fan9s. If you also are interested in getting some coaching yourself, you can head on down to my Metafy at metafy.gg/@Fang. If you're a Twitch sub, you get free coaching. So definitely consider it. Anyway, that's enough of me taking up your time. Let's get back to the lesson. Today's student is SHINYSTONE. Now, if you don't know SHINYSTONE, she's an S player. Very, very good from what I've seen from the results that I've been given. It seems like Patlu Ness is like the thorn in the side of all Ness players. I don't blame anybody for hating that matchup. We are going to solve this problem for Ness players, where Ness players are struggling against Palutena. Because while I don't think Ness wins the matchup, you can do so much to make Palu very uncomfortable. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm okay.
Nice. This tag is insane, by the way. So scary, Nyan.
It doesn't feel great getting rolled by someone with that tag, let me tell you.
This is Ness versus Palu. Probably, in my opinion, easily probably like a bottom 5 Ness matchup. Battlefield already off-rip to start off with. I don't know what the bans were before this set, but I imagine FD was taken off the table. I don't know what the legal stages for this one is, but
I take FD Town off. Guaranteed.
Really? I feel like those are your best stages, because those are Palu's worst stages.
I just hate those stages, man.
Especially in a bad matchup, you want to play to your strengths the most. Maybe you don't feel confident in going those stages, but every Palutena player I know will ban those stages. It makes it a lot harder for Palu to shark, makes it a lot harder for her to combo. She can still catch landings, but that's just FD. But it brings neutral to a much more fair standpoint for you, because Palu doesn't have platforms to teleport off of. She doesn't have platforms to retreat to. She can't combo you off platforms. So her getting back to stage and getting on stage, and also even just playing neutral against you, is definitely a lot harder for her. I know Ness has good movement with platforms as well, but I would just see if you can try to learn how to get a little more comfortable on those stages. For Ness, he's a very he's pretty balanced, I'd say, on most stages.
That's true.
I'd think more about the matchup, if anything. Like, Ness is luckily a character that is not limited by stages. Like, he can thrive in pretty much any environment he's placed in. I think it's definitely just more matchup dependent. Like, for example, if you're playing against a Lucina or something, I'd probably pick into FD, because platforms, she can just shark them the entire time. If you're above Lucina, you're definitely struggling the majority of the time. But my favorite stage is Smashville, personally, with Ness in most matchups to just counterpick to. But that's just my personal preference. Like, if I was fighting like a Zelda, per se, probably wouldn't go Smashville, because Phantom controls pretty much the entire length of that stage. It's one of her best stages, so it's really just how you feel out the matchup. A good rule of thumb is pick flat stages against characters that excel at sharking landings. And basically what that means is basically characters like Lucina, Palu, characters that thrive the most when they are under Ness. And honestly, like, against all the rest of the cast, like, you feel free to pick any stage against other characters. Keep in mind your opponent's character strengths. So, for example, if you're fighting a Mario player, the last place I'm thinking about taking Mario is triplats, easily. because he's got ladder combos. He can combo you to oblivion. Maybe
Yeah.
even PS2. So FD would be good against a character like Mario. So like Ness has the benefit of being good. Yeah, you don't have platforms to do PK Fire, double jump cancels off of, but that's pretty situational in certain matchups. Playing to cover your weaknesses is not playing to win. It's playing to not lose, basically. And that, like, what I mean by that is you're deliberately trying to cover a weakness instead of play to a strength. You want to make sure that your opponent has as most uncomfortable time as possible, because in bad matchups like this, that's where Ness is going to get the most mileage on, because his punish game is absurd. Like, even against characters like Palu, if you hit her with the right options, she takes like 50 plus easily. Don't be afraid to pick other stages and try them out, even if they feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. Watch other pro Ness players in VODs and see what stages they go. So if you're unsure about a certain matchup, and you yourself are like, maybe I should just go Battlefield or something, literally you can look up any matchup you want on YouTube. Palu Ness, as rough as it gets. Lo and behold, the stage that we're on is not Battlefield, it's Kalos. And this is what we counterpicked to after game 1 of a neutral start on PS2 where Chag won, so it was Gakt's counterpick. But it's good because Gakt is playing to the strengths of it being mostly a flat stage, and he basically also has the side platforms for additional escape options. And not to spoil too much about this set, because if we want to watch a little bit of it later, we can. But it goes down to the absolute fucking wire, but Gakt wins. Gakt actually wins on this stage, in this matchup. And it goes, actually, I think game 5, and I think Gakt actually wins. Hollow Bastion, another pretty good stage to go to, I'd say here. I don't know how Gakt clutches this. But Hollow Bastion, good. Town is where Chag went. Maybe it's a little bit better. No, this is also a Gakt win as well. Who's on Town?
That's crazy. Like, the stages that Gakt wins are the stages that, like, I would not even think about counterpicking Palu to.
You can always try it. The worst thing that happens is you lose, and you've already lost against Palu once. So it's not like you're regressing in any metrics whatsoever. At the end of the day, winning and losing are just results. It's about really improving and how you feel as a player. If I beat you can win a set in any amount. Like, someone can just SD randomly. But if you feel comfortable about how you played, and you play, if it like this, the right stage helps you play like calmer, more coolly, or better, consider it. So definitely try it. Like, next Wi-Fi tournament you enter, like, consider it. Like, look at stages besides Battlefield, or even go on Elite and just set your stage list to FD only. Or if you're grinding with somebody, try to experiment with other stages too, and see definitely watch what other players do on those stages as well. I like the mid-range space already that we're seeing here. We're waiting for an overcommitment. That was unfortunate. The double jump PK Fire, probably not safe there. I always say jumping in front of Palu is like, you want to make sure you're stuffing her out, but that Nair is going to win a good majority of the time. You get Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, we're just trying to use aerial mobility here. Okay, so one thing that I'm a very heavy advocate for in this matchup is, maybe not on Wi-Fi, it's like pretty easy to just abuse Ness's aerial drift just because of the innate latency. This matchup, I'm such a heavy advocate for playing grounded unless you're like right up in Palu's face. You're really looking to use his dash, really. His dash to kind of establish openings in space. You're basically waiting to bait out a committal option from the Palu, whether it's a rising fair, because that's not too safe. It's only falling there that's super safe. If she's doing retreating back air, you kind of just want to... Basically against Palu, your objective is to slowly wrestle the space away. You're not really going to be able to force an opening a lot of the time because Palu on the defensive can kind of wall you out a lot. So you're really trying to keep your movement as ambiguous as possible to force her to swing first. And I want to see if it happens during this set so far. Gotta be careful on the ledge here. Yeah, this is a no-no right here. So I guess we'll go a little further back, because if that's one thing we struggle with. So good air dodge to ledge right here. You immediately go for a neutral getup right here. Immediately. You didn't even wait a second to see if the Palu was going to do something else right here. Went on ledge. Pick an option. Not off a read, but off reaction of what your opponent is doing. So, obviously this example, EX, spamming Palu, D-tilt, Ness uses get up attack. There you go. You win that interaction just from that. If he's spamming. If he just does one down tilt and then starts spamming back air, then you have to, you know. You basically want to make it as hard for this Palu as possible to execute. You want to force this guy to stop picking brain dead singular options. You want to force them into, you know, expanding their punish game, adapting to essentially. That's how Smash works basically. You do one strategy, the opponent adapts. You do another strategy, your opponent you adapt, and you just adapt back and forth and keep stacking up. And then there's mix-ups all throughout that whole tower of adaptation. So it's real. Like each Smash set is basically unleashing your bag of tricks on your opponent and trying to find answers to combat the most bags of tricks as possible. And right now, this guy is just only spamming down tilt. So we're gonna keep going and see what happens here.
Let's draw back air.
All right.
In a strong start. I'm so scary now.
So I notice you are very, very eager to give up space against this Palu. Like you were, for example, like you're here on this platform here. Let's see if I can get to it. You on platform right here. I don't know what you're afraid of that Palu is gonna do right here, but you just gave up the whole platform. You didn't put yourself back in the corner against Palutena. Like you gotta be if you're within on top of Palu, like if you're within a range where you can nair Palutena without committing too much space. For example, like the range we're at right now, this is like probably the very edge of it. If you're like a mid-range against Palutena and you're jumping into her, it's not good. But if you're on top of her, you can grab her, you can nair safely, you can force her to try and swing at you first or something like that. Giving up space against Palu is basically resigning yourself, saying, she already won the neutral interaction. Good nair. You try to go for more here because you think the Palu's going to double jump, but you burn your double jump, and now Palu just gets back on stage for free. So she's going to teleport back to ledge. You can definitely, like, you can ledge trap her right back, essentially. Like, she can definitely teleport up high and stuff like that, but she has to actively pick, like, getaway options from you. She can't really aggress out of the
Like,
corner.
what are Ness's best ledge trapping? Because I honestly do not know, and I usually just get hit.
The easy answer here is you can either stay grounded and use nair on reaction if they roll. Everything else, I think, literally can be covered by, let's see if I can find a good VOD to help you out here with. I will pick PK Chris because he is a fantastic Ness to use this as an example. I just need to find a VOD where he's not getting like ledge trapped constantly. Big F throw. Uses PK Fire to cover the ledge here. Tries to on reaction nair at roll distance. So this is a good option if your opponent picks an option that is like right by the ledge. It's just literally standing roll distance and nairing. Obviously, you might not have been able to set it up in the clip we just watched for you versus the Palutena player. But if your opponent is on the ledge and they want to pick an aggressive option off ledge, you can just hold shield and nair. Like holding shield at roll distance or just like, is that exactly what Chris did here? Overthrow at ledge, nair off reaction of that right there, and that forced Lemon Tea to not go in. Oh, okay, here's one. Yeah, big back air, force to ledge. Chris is, so this is the other thing you can do. The two options you go for, if it's roll, if you think your opponent's going to roll, or if you think your opponent is going to do an attack aggressively from ledge, you can shield at roll distance or just stand at roll distance and nair. This is the other one. If people try to jump off the ledge high, or if you're not sure if they're going to pick an aggressive option from ledge and maybe they neutral get up, you do back air. This back air Chris is doing right here is to catch Lemon Tea doing a tournament winner, which is just jump from ledge, essentially. It's holding up from ledge, so you maintain your double jump. That's what a tournament winner is. I don't know if people still know what tournament winners are, but that's like the name for it. This is to catch that option, basically. If you're not sure if they neutral get up too, this is also a good option because you keep all your space here. Chris still has Lemon Tea in the corner and gets a punish off that because he tries to force his way out. When ledge trapping, if you think the opponent will roll or jump from ledge to attack, stand at
That's okay.
stand at roll distance and nair. Nair is so good. It's so big. It's so brain dead easy to just hit it because it's so big. This is the perfect option to use if someone rolls or tries to attack. A lot of Ness's ledge trapping is not automatic. Unfortunately, you will have to call out your opponent or make a read most of the time. It's not like Palutena where you have a bunch of options that will just act as a coverall. You unfortunately don't get the luxury of having an invincible shield to just spam back air with, or a big giant up air to shark people with. You have these hitboxes that pack a lot of punch, but they don't have a lot of range. So a lot of your ledge trapping will be read based, and aka based on what you think your opponent is going to do. I'm speaking generally to anybody watching. If this is your first time watching Smash Bros, basically what a read is what it sounds like. You are essentially reading what you think your opponent is going to do. If you think the opponent will tournament winner. I think it's called tournament winner because someone did that and lost the tournament. Pretty sure. Well, tournament winner or jump high from ledge or neutral get up back air. Back air's so good for that. And there are variations you can do of back air as well. You can either do a full hop bear, you can do magnet bear, you can double jump magnet bear. Like there are so many mix-ups on timing you can do that'll force your opponent to be antsy. Back air covers so much space. Like I'm over here, I'm pretty much almost at roll distance here, covering where someone would be neutral get up. Like I'm over here. It's a pretty generous distance, but yeah, you can nair roll distance there, or if you think they're gonna jump, you can full hop back air, or you could stall magnet back air. There's so much shit you can do to ledge trap right there. It is very reactionary, and a lot of characters will just get off the ledge super quickly against Ness. And if you guess wrong, it's whatever. Use stage control. But in your head, that is your flowchart. Ness, a lot of this game is especially Ness, is based on flowcharts in the more fundamental positions, I guess. AKA situations where you're about to ledge trap. Neutral's a little bit more freeform. Punish game is flowchart. But in ledge trapping, it's definitely flowchart. So, just to summarize what I've been saying, if you think they're going to roll or jump from ledge to attack, stand at roll distance in nair, or shield at roll distance in nair. If you think the opponent will tournament winner, or jump high from ledge, or neutral get up, back air. These will be your best bets against that particular situation that we found ourselves in. Just every Palutena player, I think, will do teleport to ledge, use the invincibility they get from the ledge to just jump fair off ledge. Or they will do jump fair if they think if you're not shielding and you're somewhere else, like, because it's such a small hitbox, but Palu like kind of turns into like a horizontal character, and kind of hard to hit her when she's doing that. She can get trade hit for doing that as well if you're shielding. Like if she tries that rising fair and you're shielding over ledge, game over for her. She has no jump. Now she has to do teleport somewhere from ledge if she's at high enough %. Ledge trapping can also be matchup based too. If you think she'll double jump fair from ledge, shield in nair. Then she has no double jump, and if she's at high %, she's fucked and has to like do a shitty ass teleport where you can yo-yo it. If it's low %, she'll probably just do a regular teleport back to the ledge, and then you just rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Okay, so this here, I don't know. I think you're just trying to normal land. I'm pretty sure. Right? You get fared. You tried to land with nair here. That is also a big no-no in this matchup because of this exact reason right here. Palu has an invincible shield. Every Palutena player is licking their chops, ready to deal with aggression on the come down because Aegis is invincible. Her shield is invincible and will catch all your landings. Avoid landing aggressively. The only time you swing out of hit stun is when she's on top of you. Meaning like you're both in the air and she's trying to air combo you, but she fucks up. And you do like a nair in the air out of your hit stun. Something. But most of the time, don't really try to do aggressive. In fact, avoid landing aggressively and doing aggressive options out of its stun. Aggressive option from ledge, you get hit for it. Good! That was good! You knew! You knew the down tilt was coming, you rolled past it. You already know what to do. You already know how to react to the ledge traps.
by this point at the game, I was playing for game 2.
You can
Like,
still win
I
though.
knew I couldn't bring this one back.
Nah, no shot. You're only down 1 stock, and you have rage.
It
You can still win. Remember?
Yeah, but like, frick. I know it how volatile disadvantage is. It takes like them winning 3 interactions probably to take this game.
I feel that, but you're dead ass overthinking right now. But my pro smash tip,
Yeah.
it is not over until it says game on the screen. I have seen absurd, insane, ridiculous, dummy, stupid comebacks in this game. People can fuck up. People can SD. It is not over until it's over. And even in this, like, Ness has such a benefit of coming back from disadvantage. I'm actually going to show you another quick set right here. That's definitely just a mentality thing. It's like, don't give up. Just keep trying. Play every game for, even if you're getting your ass beat, like, play it for info. Like, try to learn through the set. If you just give up every time you're at a big disadvantage, mentally, you're just going to lose a lot more sets. Just looking at your screen right now, who do you think wins this game? Most of y'all would probably think, yo, this Mario, Fang, you're getting your ass beat. There's no shot you're winning this game. You're down. This character Mario touches you 1 time, you just explode. There's no way. There's no way he brings us back. Look at this. I'm beating this guy's ass. He's at 97 already. I'm on my last. I die here, right? Nope. I'm still alive.
Nice yo-yo by a Fang. Not quite gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm using back air to try and ledge trap here.
Shouldn't have done that.
That was a terrible regrab of
That's
Sport, bro.
alright.
First time I ever seen Mario get yo-yoed.
It's only if Mario regrabs there, I promise. Or if he has to like up B from really far away and he has to use his drift to get back. Yeah, this is even at this point, essentially. Like, Ness off of 1 punish can do so much if you use your mind games correctly. I've seen PK Chris do some insane stuff. Oh my god, I'm winning now. Oh, I'm losing again. This is gonna be some spaghetti smash right here. This is game 3, last hit.
Oh, I don't
he's
think
dead.
he's gonna make it, and that's it.
Big pop off, cringe pop off.
Just sniped him last second
Big cringe
there.
pop off.
And yeah, that'll be the
Don't look at me. Close your eyes.
So that's
Everyone in the crowd is awkwardly smiling. I should have lost that game. You're only on your 2nd stock here. And yeah, you do need a lot of interactions to bring it back against Palu. You have stage control here. She has to burn her double jump. This is still very winnable for you. So the reason I like, a lot of Nessus should also take note, be careful when doing flash. Luckily, you still keep your momentum a little bit so you don't get hit by auto reticle. But moves that stop your momentum, like this flash would be better if it was under the stage bit more. I know you're just drifting back and using it as a mix-up to stall your timing. But if you're using like magnet or flash off stage, it stops your momentum. If you get pegged by even 1 auto reticle, you're dead. That's perfect. That's so good. Good. This is good move. This is all good mix-ups. You're literally like playing the matchup really well in this little pocket right here. I want you to tap into this more. I'm not even kidding. You're just mixing the fuck out of her. Tries to go for this landing option. Pivot grab? Who is she? Who is SHINYSTONE? That was crazy. You have stage control. Good. Okay, that was just unlucky. That was unlucky. We shake that one off. That was unlucky. I would have done yo-yo there too. Fortunately here, a good rule of thumb in this scenario, you want to just slowly wrestle the space back from her. You get back aired here. This was just, I think, a misinput. She does the retreating bear again. If you see Palutena jumping from this distance at you, you should not jump. You have to respect that shit. I don't know if you get caught on the startup of your roll, I would just shield it again or parry it or something. Parrying online is hard. Never jump into this shit. Ever. You just get hit for it and die. And like, yeah, your kill percent, you're in the corner. But you can take your out of the corner game slow. There's an option to get the fuck away from Palu. That was good. Good recovery. Oh, these are all smart recoveries. Back air. I think you're rushing. I know it sounds crazy to say, but you were rushing your get back. Like, if you jumped, or, like, this dash attack could have caught you if you mistimed it. Like, you can take your time just a little bit more. Like, calm down. relax.
I get off ledge way too quickly.
Yeah, it's something all Nest players struggle with. Nest players are conditioned to just keep scrapping with people. Nest players, every Nest player wants to swing. What do you think you do or don't, you want to swing. Nest players want to just hit that A button on the opponent as much as possible, mix their shit, boom, 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 big combo game, big crazy shit. You gotta, and when you're in disadvantage though, you gotta be patient, especially in this matchup. This is everything in this matchup. You get hit so much, and even like you're eager to get back to ledge 2 with these air dodges and stuff. Like better Palu players will call you out on these habits a lot. So take it slow. If you have to do a completely vertical up B back to ledge, if you have to air dodge back to ledge, if you have to just go to ledge, it's fine. You can always get off the ledge if you just time it right. I agree with this counter pick also. I like this stage in most matchups. I don't think you can go wrong with a biplat, especially small battlefield, because it is a bit smaller horizontally than PS2. PS2 is actually the widest stage horizontally, so if you're up against like a Sonic player or some shit like that, that's probably pretty bad for that. But if you're gonna pick a biplat to counterpick to, I would definitely advocate in this matchup this stage. So I like that you counterpick this stage. This is good. I like how you're contesting the airspace, but you're not like overcommitting. This is all very good pressure. Perfect. These nairs are safe, so it doesn't matter. How do we get back? Good wait. You know what to do. You know what to do already. You just gotta channel into the. You need to channel into the calm, cool, and collected shiny stone. Luckily, you live here. Oh no! I think you could have actually drifted forward more. That was a bad double jump. Serve your double jump until you absolutely need to use it. That was a situation, I think, where you panic double jump because you want to get back to stage, and you definitely forgot auto reticle was an option. I think. Because Palu players just try to go for the down tilt usually, but if you're that far away, you'll get explosive flame or auto reticle. Yeah, so I also think you're opting to just take to the skies very early. Like, you can get nared for a lot of this, which you have been. I think after a certain point, you need to just start playing a bit more grounded. Like, if you stay grounded, you don't get nared as much. You can use your grounded movement to kind of bait. Like, I've got a lot of stocks, and you have too this game. The first one, or one of the first situations we found ourselves in, you pivot grabbed Palu for trying to land with nair on you. I don't like that. Okay, so she's behind you. I think you thought she was going to turn around and run towards you, but she just does a back air here. Just get hit for it.
It looked like SHINYSTONE was trying to look for
yeah, I think you could have upbeat here. A little bit of an oopsie. That air dodge was way too close to the ledge. Up smash in that situation beats air dodge every time. It's slower grab.
here. Oh, okay.
Hey, we take those.
This time's the grab. Few frames.
Yeah, so we jumped there again in front of Palu when she wasn't jumping first. I think a big thing that you need to figure out in this matchup is use Ness grounded movement to bait your opponent into swinging first. Because believe it or not, jumping is still a commitment. You are still committing because Ness most of the time before he does most of his stuff, he'll jump. If you use Ness's grounded dash though, if you dash back PK fires, you weren't really doing a lot of that anymore. You did like 1 or 2. But dash back PK fire can be pretty good when you're at a good range. Doing nair out of shield can be good. Using dashes can be good. You basically want to end up in a situation where Palutena swings first. And again, right here, you try landing aggressively with a nair instead of just fading back, taking the damage. You get back hit for it. I think you die.
Grab. Few frames.
Yeah, he tried landing aggressively with nair out of hit stun to try and get her off of you. But you get hit in the no-no zone because, and by no-no zone I mean the area you got, like the area of the stage where you got hit in. You should never be getting hit above the, like you should never be in the spot you are in right now. You should have just faded back and gone to ledge. In neutral, I want you to try to play more grounded next time you fight a Palutena player. It might feel mad uncomfortable at first because you'll feel restricted in the amount of options that you have. But you still have like empty hopping backwards. You still have Ness's dash. You still have dash back PK fire. You still have like dash back, dash forward, rising nair. You have options to do from the ground that are not so bad. You're trying to commit in the air a lot. You're using your double jump. You're jumping into Palu when she's already jumping at you in the mid range. Do not go to this stage against Palutena. Like if the Palutena is proficient with combos, you can very easily get 0 to death and sharked on platforms here. If the Palu has good combo game, be careful going to this stage. If you feel comfortable and confident on this stage, play to your strength. Good air dodge.
That move,
Ooh, you're cooking. Yeah, you're doing what you should be doing now. You know what I think it is? This is like, this is a smaller stage, and so you're just trying to scrap more. I noticed a lot of the times on the battlefield, small battlefield matchups, you were forced to play at a bigger distance, so you were kind of psyching yourself out from approaching. Like you were jumping, you were committing double jump early. A lot of the time you were jumping at Palu's face. Here you are constantly near Palu, so I don't think you feel the need to do that. You're forced to scrap, and when you're forced to scrap, you do good. You kind of, I feel like, suffer from the same problem I do, which is you're too scared to like take a commitment and then get hit for it, if that makes any sense. This is the shiny stone we need to see more. We need to see confidence. We need to see scrappiness. This is all perfect. Look at how patiently you're playing. With those angles, I could learn a thing or two. Ooh, yeah, get out of there. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're losing control now here. You had the first two, like, you took your own pacing at the first two. You were just all over them, holding forward. Now she is making a comeback on you. Because you are coming back aggressively way too much and you're falling back into the same habits you fell in before. And maybe you're starting to doubt yourself a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, we are swinging at a hit stun. We're holding in at bad ranges. This is... I could very well see how this went south. This air dodge also, I need you to not do this air dodge. Do not, and I'll put it in all caps, do not air dodge forward into ledge. It is just bad. It is honestly just fucking bad. Not even like, I've used to do it all the time. I would get punished for it so much. You have so much vulnerability. Air dodge up is the only direction you should be air dodging to ledge in, honestly. I'm very guilty of air dodging forward. Or if you're like in a situation where they have to keep committing to you off stage and you can air dodge through them, that's okay too. The American air dodge. Yep. Sucks. This is greedy as fuck. You are... Yeah, this fair is bad. I would rather you... I want you to have a good rule of thumb. If you're not at a distance where Nair will hit out of shield, do not jump in against Paladin. Instead, use your grounded movement. I'll write that down too. Also, if you are getting overwhelmed by the amount of notes, don't even sweat it. You can just go through them after the stream one at a time. I'm just adding to a list, that way you can see. And this is not something I'm expecting you to be able to fix like all at once. You just gotta slowly work on it. You know, these will be things that you will struggle with for a bit, but little by little you'll understand it more, and then it'll all come together. Like things will just individually click. Like, oh, Fang talked about that, and I just did that. Fang talked about this, and I just did this. Like, so don't worry. This just means that we have a lot of room for improvement because you're already really fucking good. Like, but imagine what you could do if you do all this shit. If you aren't at a range where you can nair out of shield, use grounded movement to take space. Because your fair is transcendent, meaning it'll go through shit. And this Palu, it won't trade with this. You might be better off with Nair if you're opting to trade here, but fair is really good because it's Ness's biggest disjoint when he's trying to move forward. This is a terrible range though because it's transcendent and you didn't even, the fair is done. You just get bashed in the face by this shield. Like jumping in front of Palu at this danger zone is not good because that's what Palu's looking for. She is looking for you to try and commit against her mid range so she can hard punish you. This is the same mentality. Like Scary Nyan Nyan was down 1 stock to 3 against you, and they still kept trying to bring it back, and they won this game. Which is like why I'm saying even and I know this matchup is better for Palu than Ness, but you can still bring it back.
Yeah,
it is not over until it's over.
She just throws that back.
Oh my god, you're freaking out. You're like, oh my god, I'm about to lose, and you keep air dodging in. You're just getting hit for all of it. You gotta reset the ledge, girly pop. You just gotta get out of there. No. Oh my. Okay, good, Bear. You saved your life there. Oh, I would have gone for that too. It's really tragic that you got like the loose to sit.
Oh, yeah.
Did you DI in here? Did you DI in here because you were scared? We freaked out a lot this stock, and it's okay to be scared because it happens. We're in a last-hit scenario. You don't want to lose another game to this fucking Palu player. Watching yourself lose sucks. It's never fun, but there's a good saying. I think it was said by like one of the football players that won the Super Bowl this year or something like that. It's you either win or you learn. Like, losing is just a result. It does not define you as a player. It does not mean you're bad. It does not mean you suck compared to your opponent. It's simply a lesson for you to take from. So here, we lost our composure. We got hit one time by Nair.
Like the air-to-air.
I don't mind the panic air dodges here. Bad aggressive jump here. Bad air dodge in here. You don't get punished for it, thankfully. Bad air dodge in here.
Yeah, I was just bringing it back.
That was fine. I think you just struggled. I think you could have jumped away off the platform, maybe. You tried to mash out of Nair here. Get hit again. Luckily, you finally air dodge on reaction. That was good. Like, when you're thinking of times to counter hit out of hit stun, it's always good to just wait until like the very last second to see what you can do. That was a good bear right there. Everything before that was you freaking out. That could have all been avoided by you just resetting neutral, whether it be going to ledge or going to the platform or getting off the platform. You instead kept trying to get close, but you took so much damage for it. That game, we had it, but we freaked out. I want your only goal in bracket to be to stay calm or reset situations. Think about the previous stock, but like think about like what to avoid. Like, for example, like if I air dodged in 8 million times, be like, okay, I died for, like, you make a quick, when I die, I make a quick mental check on why I died. I'm like, okay, I died because I air dodged. So I'm not going to do that specific air dodge again. Try to play calm. Calm, cool, collected. If we lose, it is not the end of the world, I promise. You can still enter another tournament. Your hands will not magically fall off after you lose a bracket set. Always another one. Oh shit.
Yeah, that.